Good morning 10th standard students. Today we are going to discuss on the topic combination of resistances. In some electrical circuits, there is the necessity for the combination of resistances. The two possible way in which the resistors can be combined are the series combination of resistances and parallel combination of resistances. Today we are going to discuss resistors in series. What do you mean by series connection of resistances? For that, I have considered three resistances of values R1, R2 and R3 ohms. They are connected in series. That means the negative end of one resistor is connected to the positive end of the next resistor. The negative end of the second resistor is connected to the positive end of the other resistor, and the net combination of three resistors is connected across a battery, and the battery supplies a net potential difference of V volt, and the battery is in series with a key or plug key, and it is again connected in series with an ammeter which is used to measure the electric current. So this circuit consists of three resistors R1, R2 and R3 combined in series. Now in the series combination of the electrical devices, the quantity of charge flowing through each resistor will be the same. Since the same quantity of charge is flowing through each resistor, the current flowing through each resistor will be the same, and that is denoted by I. So the conventional current, so I is the conventional current sent by the battery, and the same current has to flow through all the resistors. But the product of current into resistance, namely the potential difference across the resistors, will be different. Now, which instrument is used to measure the potential difference? Yes, it is voltmeter. Good. Now you see that the voltmeters are connected across the three resistors. The first voltmeter is used to measure the potential difference V1 across the resistor R1, and the second voltmeter measures the potential difference V2 across the resistor R2, and the third voltmeter connected across R3 is measuring the potential difference V3 across it. Okay. Now you just be familiar with the circuit once again. Let us go to the derivation part. Okay. Now from Ohm's law, you tell me an expression for the potential difference across the resistor R1, that is denoted by V1. So potential difference is the product of the current I into the resistance R1. Is it not? I is the current flowing through resistance R1. So the current into resistance product must be equal to the potential difference. Okay, now you tell me what should be the expression for the potential difference V2 across R2. That's good. It is I into R2. Good. I into R2. Okay. Similarly, what should be the expression for V3? You tell me. It is I into R3. That's right. So this is I into R3. So this set of equations, I call it as step 1. Okay, the set of equations will be called as 1. So in all the expressions, the factor I remains the same. Why the current is always same in series circuit? I told you that the same quantity of charge only is flowing per unit time. Okay. Now what is the potential difference across the cell or the battery? What is the potential difference applied by the battery now? It is V, and it is distributed as V1, V2 and V3 across the resistors. So naturally you have to write the net potential difference. The net potential difference is V. So V must be equal to what? V1 plus V2 plus V3. So the net potential difference must be V1 plus V2 plus V3. So this is equation 2. Okay. Now I am going to substitute from step 1. I am going to substitute for each term V1, V2 and V3 in place of the right hand side of equation 2. Okay, you tell me now, therefore, what is V must be equal to, instead of V1, what shall I write? IR1. Okay, good. IR1. You tell me now, what should be the second term? It is IR2. Okay, plus I into R2. Plus third term is what? I into R3. So, which can be taken as a common factor? Yes, I. The current I can be taken as the common factor. So, this is equal to I into R1 plus R2 plus R3. So, this one is equation 3. This is equation 3. Okay, students, you tell me, in this circuit, the same effect can be produced by replacing the 3 resistors by a single resistor. That means, if the 3 resistors must be replaced by a single resistor, means what should be the value of the resistor? For that only we are going to derive an expression. So now 3 resistors I am going to replace by a single resistor, and the circuit is changing now. So this is a single resistor. Okay. For the same potential difference. So for the same potential difference only. So this is circuit remains the same. Only thing is the 3 resistors are replaced by a single resistor like this. So this is the conventional current I. The same current I is flowing through the circuit, and let us take the symbol of the resistance is R series, and the potential difference between the 2 terminals is V. So this is the equivalent circuit. This is called as the equivalent circuit. So what is RS here? It is the single resistance which is used as a substitute for the series combination of 3 resistors. And we want to find the expression for RS in terms of R1, R2 and R3. Okay. In this equivalent circuit, you tell me how much current is supplied by the battery? Still I ampere. And what is the applied potential difference across the resistor? That is V volt. And what is the value of the resistor? It is RS. So from Ohm's law, once again, you write an expression for the potential difference V. So from this circuit, V is equal to I into RS. So this is what equation 4. Did you all understand? Good. You compare the equations 3 and 4. Okay. What do you observe? Yes. The left hand sides are same. That's good. So shall we equate the right hand sides also? That is excellent. So equating or from equations 3 and 4. From equations 3 and 4, now I can write I into RS. So I into RS is equal to I into R1 plus R2 plus R3. Is it not? Which term can be cancelled now? Yes, it is the current I, which is the same on both sides, which can be cancelled. So the current I gets cancelled. Therefore, what is the final expression? RS is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. So this is the final equation. This is the final equation. Is it not? Suppose if 4 resistors had we used 4 resistors, means what should have been the expression? One more extra term will come on the right hand side. That is R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus R4. If n resistors are added, means what? The last resistor, nth term also will be included. Since we have taken only 3 resistors, it is found that the effective resistance, which is also called as equivalent resistance, which is also called as equivalent resistance. The effective resistance, also called as equivalent resistance or net resistance in series, is found to be equal to what? The sum of the individual resistances. So RS is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Have you all understood the derivation? Now shall I ask you one simple question? Yes, be ready. Now in this example, in this I will take if R1 is equal to 1 ohm, R2 is equal to 2 ohm and R3 is equal to 3 ohm. What value for R1 I have taken? 1 ohm. R2 is how much? 2 ohm. And R3 is how much? 3 ohm. You tell me what should be the effective resistance equal to? One at a time. One. Yes, you tell me. Okay. Yes, it is 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6 ohm. That is good. So this is equal to RS is equal to 6 ohm. Very good. You find out is 6 ohm greater than 1 ohm or not? Good. Is it also greater than 2 ohm? Is it also greater than 3 ohm? So the effective resistance or the net resistance or the equivalent resistance in series combination is found to be greater than the greatest of the combination. This is very important. Among the three given resistors, which is having the greatest value? Yes, it is 3 ohm. But what is the effective resistance? 6 ohm. 6 is greater than 3, greater than 2 as well as greater than 1. So we must remember that if resistors are connected in series means the effective resistance will be greater than the greatest of the combination. Good. Shall we go to the next topic, combination of resistors in parallel? That's good. Okay students, now the topic of discussion is combination of resistors in parallel. You can see the circuit. Three resistors R1, R2 and R3 are connected in parallel to the battery which supplies a potential difference of V volt. When are three resistors said to be connected in parallel? It is when all the left terminals of the resistors are joined and connected to the positive terminal of the battery, and all the right side terminals of the resistors are joined and connected to the negative terminal of a battery. Then only they are said to be in parallel combination. In the parallel combination, the potential difference across the resistors R1, R2 and R3 will be the same, and that is equal to the applied potential difference V volt. But the current flowing through each resistor will be different. So now you can see the net current supplied by the battery is I ampere. When this current reaches this junction, there are three separate paths, so that the current will divide as I1 ampere, I2 ampere and I3 ampere respectively. Now in terms of Ohm's law, if you write the expressions for the current through R1, the current through R1 is denoted by what? I1. From Ohm's law, is it equal to V by R1? Okay. So what should be the current through the resistor? R2 must be denoted as, it is I2. From Ohm's law, it is I2 equal to, it is V divided by R2. Similarly, the current through the resistor R3 is denoted by the symbol I3. From Ohm's law, what is I3 is equal to V by R3. Have you all understood? Okay, from Ohm's law only we have derived these three expressions, and these three expressions together is called as step 1 here. But naturally, what is the total current supplied by the battery actually? It is I ampere. Is it equal to the sum of the three currents? Yes. Now you tell me what should be the expression for the net current in the circuit. It is given by I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. So this is equation 2. This is equation 2. You can now compare the equations 1 and 2 just like we did in the series combination. Okay, from equations 1 and 2. From equations 1 and 2. You see here I am going to substitute for I1, I2 and I3. So you tell me what is in place of I1, I2 and I3? Yes. So I is equal to, so I is also equal to V by R1. In place of I1 I am writing what? V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3. So this is equal to V into 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Have you all understood? Good. So I is equal to V into 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Okay, this shall be taken to be equation 3. So this is equation number 3. Now, just like in series combination, here also Can a single resistor replace the three resistors for the same potential difference and current? Yes, it can be. If a single resistor should replace the three resistance and produce the same effect as before, what should be the value of the resistor? Let us take that resistance is represented by Rp for parallel. So I will redraw the equivalent circuit. So the equivalent circuit goes like this. This is a single resistor and this is the potential, that is V is the potential difference, I is the current supplied by the battery, and R parallel, Rp, R parallel is the resistor. So for the same, to produce the same effect, for the same current and the same potential difference, a single resistor of resistance Rp is going to replace the three resistors. Now you apply Ohm's law and get an expression for the current. So from Ohm's law, this current I must be equal to V into 1 by, that is V by Rp. So this is equation 4. I is equal to V by Rp. That is equal to V into 1 by Rp, equation 4. Now equating 3 and 4. Equating 3 and 4. So from again from equations 3 and 4, you see that left hand sides are the same. Current I is the same in both equations 3 and 4. So here also you can see V into. So V into. So I will write this is V into 1 by Rp is equal to V into 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Is it not? Just we have equated the equation number 3 and 4. Which term will be cancelled on both sides? Which is a common factor? Yes, it is the potential difference. V is the common factor. So I am going to cancel V on both sides. If V is getting cancelled on both sides, means what is remaining? Yes, 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1. So I am going to rewrite this equation. Therefore, 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. And this is the last equation number 5. So how did we derive that equation number 5? Did you all understand? Yes. What is on the left hand side? Left hand side term is what? It is a reciprocal of Rp. That means the reciprocal of the effective resistance. And this is equal to what? Reciprocal of the individual resistances R1, R2 and R3. So we have to summarize this equation. How? I will tell you. It is found that the reciprocal of the effective resistances in parallel is equal to the sum of the reciprocals of the individual resistances. Is it not? Okay, one task I will give you now. I will give you one task. As in the previous example, I will take R1 is equal to 1 ohm, R2 is equal to 2 ohm and R3 is equal to 3 ohm. As before the same I have assumed 1 ohm, 2 ohm and 3 ohm are connected in parallel. Yes sir. Shall we find the reciprocal of the resistances and add? I will give you one hint. So here 1 by R parallel is equal to what? 1 by 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3. Their denominators are different. So what should we do? What should we do? Yes, good. We have to take the reciprocals. If you take the reciprocals means what? This will become 3 by 3. This is 6 by 3 or we will take LCM as 6. Okay, you see this is equal to LCM 6 I will take. So this will become 6 and this will become what? 3 and this will become 2. Is it not? Okay, I will leave it as it is. This is only the reciprocal of the resistance, that is 1 by Rp. Then once again if you take the reciprocal means you will get the value of Rp, and this time I am going to leave this as homework. Those who will find the answer you put up in the comment box below this YouTube video. Let me see how many of you are finding the value correctly. Challenge. Bye.